Okay, so the remaining string functions, we have previously done some string functions, discussed them. Now we will discuss the other remaining string functions, or the functions that are used to manipulate a string. So strncpy. strncpy copies. It is again used to copy one string onto another, but how? It copies only the leftmost n characters. It copies the leftmost n characters of the source string of the source string to the target string. So when we want to copy the characters, only some number of characters, when we don't want to copy entire string onto the another string, we want to copy only a certain number of characters from the source string to the target string. In that case we use strncpy, wherein n tells you the total number of characters that you need to want to copy. It can be 3, 4, 2, 1, anything, right? So strncpy is used to copy the n number of characters of the source string to the target string. Now the syntax for this is strncpy, then s1 is the source string, s2 is the target string, and 5 is the number of characters that you will copy from the source string to the target string. So next we have the function strncmp. Now just like the function strcmp, strncmp is also used to compare two strings, but n defines the number of strings, characters of the string that you want to compare, right? So the number of strings that you want to compare starting from the left side. So if the left n characters of the left side of s1 are compared to s2, and if they are equal, a 0 will be returned. If s1 is less than s2, in that case a negative number will be returned, and if s1 is greater than s2, then a positive number will be returned. Now the syntax for this is strncmp, and the source string s1, target string s2, and n the number of characters from the left side of the source string that you want to compare with the target string. Next, the next function is strncat. Now just like the function strcat, strncat is also used to concatenate one string onto the another, but here you will not concatenate the entire string, but the only a specific number of characters which n will specify. So how do you do that? The syntax is str n cat s1 comma s2 comma n, right? So this will concatenate the leftmost. Remember, it is always left, starts from the leftmost, so it will concatenate the leftmost n characters of s2 to s1. Say for example, string s1 is Bala and string s2 is Guru Sami. So in that case, if I write strncat s1 comma s2 comma 4, so that means it will concatenate the leftmost 4 characters of string s2 to string s1. So the resultant string will be Bala plus the 4 characters of string s2, that is GURU, because the number n is 4 over here. So the resultant string will be Bala, Guru and a null character. Then another function that we have is str. This function is used to locate a substring in a string. When you want to find out a substring in a string, in that case you use the function str. It takes 2 parameters. So the syntax for this function is str, then the string 1, string 2. So the function str will search string s1 in string s2. So it will see whether whether s2 is there in s1. That is, it is searching the string s1 to see whether string s2 is in s1. So that means s2 is the substring. So s2 is the substring here and s1 is the string here. So when you want to find out a substring in a string, you use the function str with 2 parameters, wherein the first parameter is the string in which you want to find out the substring, and the second parameter is the substring which you want to find out in the string, right? So if you are able to find s2 in s1, it will give you the result for that, right? Now let's look at another function. It is strchr. strchr function is used to determine the existence of a character in a string. Say for example, there is a string and you are interested in only finding a particular character, say m or n or c in that string. So now you want to find out the first occurrence of that character in the string. So in that case you use the function strchr. The syntax is strchr s1 and m, right? So m is the character whose first occurrence you want to find out in the string s1, right? So this basically will locate the first occurrence of M in S1. At whichever position that M is found in S1, it will return that position. Now another function is strrchr. Just like strchr, strchr is also used to find the occurrence of a character in a string, but strchr is used to find the first occurrence of a character in a string. That is, you want to locate that position where this particular character will occur for the first time in string S1. Similarly, strrchr is used to find out the last occurrence of a character in the string. So if I say strrchr S1M, then it will give you the last occurrence of M in string S1. So this is the difference between these two functions. So these were the remaining string functions.